Okay, the next facet of the RAID project that I'd like to talk about a little bit is I want to break up a RAID array. I actually have two in this system, and what I would like to do is to get better utilization of space. So I actually want to combine them, and so I'm going to basically cream one of the arrays out, and then what I'm going to do then is run the drive expansion and basically combine the three drives that I removed from this array into the larger array. So this would give me about a 12 terabyte array. So I'm going to walk through the process of doing that. So again, we're going to log into the web UI, and here you can see a list of drives that I have in the system. And you'll notice the first thing is that we have a 6 terabyte with a 512 cluster, and we have a 4 terabyte which is a 4K cluster. And what we're going to do here is basically delete this array. So let's start with managing the array, and what we're going to do here is go to maintenance, and we're going to delete this array. So we're going to say OK, and in just a moment this array will be gone. So as you can see, it's pretty much gone now. So what next thing we're going to do is go back into maintenance, and we're going to say, okay, what I want to do is I want a RAID 5, and I'm going to do the online expansion. And again, we see now we have all the drives listed, so I'm going to go ahead and select all, and this is going to give me one large array. So I'm going to go ahead and hit create. It's going to tell me it's ready to go, and the migration process is starting. And the first thing you'll see again is this has converted everything into 512. It's giving me one large 12 terabyte space. So basically it's going to add the three drives I removed. It's a total of 6 terabytes. It's going to be an additive to the original array because the parity drive it basically uses one drive. So we just now have to wait. What we have going on here is one huge migration. So let's see what happens. Join you at the end. Okay, as you can see here, the array's been completely rebuilt. We're now looking at a 12 terabyte array, single array. And in terms of the software, the UI here, the web UI, we're pretty much done. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. The next thing we would like to do is we're going to take a look at, make sure the partition, which we know is not going to be correct. So let's go ahead and change the partition size. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So we'll go over into the storage manager, disk management, and in just a second here it'll come up. Okay, and so let's spread this out a little bit here so we can see it. And here's let's go ahead and refresh that. Okay, now you can see that the original size of the array is still there, and now you have basically an additional 5.5 terabytes of unallocated space. So the first thing we're going to do is expand this array. So we're going to head and extend volume, click next. Again, we're going to accept all the defaults, click next, click finished, and in just a few seconds we will have our 12 terabyte array. And there it is. So to verify that all went well, let's go ahead and close this up. Let's go over to the Windows Explorer. We should now see that the computer now has so it's claiming 10.9 terabytes of usable space, and our data is still there. So everything is good to go. So the transition was pretty smooth, pretty painless. Data stayed intact, and I certainly got more efficient storage doing it this way, as opposed to the two arrays. I mean, there are some advantages and disadvantages to both. For plain, media storage, it's a little bit more efficient use of your drives to make one larger array. So that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed it.